Alright, Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praise, glory, and honor to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of His Son, which is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the nation of Israel, better known as the Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the elect, the 144,000, and the 1/3. Also, death to 2/3. Alright, I think I'm going to title this something along the lines of hate. Just hate. Now, as you can see, it appears 223 times within the Bible. Okay, the word itself. Now, I'm going to focus on some New Testament in this particular video. Okay, and hate isn't a bad thing. You know, this politically correct, oh, that's hate, that's hate. You can't hate somebody, you can't hate people. But all America has ever done is hate its own people and everyone else outside of them. So this is the most hypocritical nation. Okay, because when they say that you can't hate, that's actually hating and oppressing another group of people. You know, it's as weird and as silly as, oh, I hate mashed potatoes. Well, you have to eat mashed potatoes now because it's not fair to the potato. And you're like, well, that, you know, you could say, well, that's a weird argument, but there's been a few reports, and I have yet to see it forced, but they're saying that basically straight men are gonna have to start dating homosexual, or I mean transsexual women, transsexual men. I don't even know which way it goes when you call them this or that, man. If the man becomes a woman, is it a transsexual man or a transsexual woman? I don't even know. Okay, that's the level of confusion, but that's you're hating on someone else's free right and opinion to not have to do something. And really, that just shows you that this place goes back to Rome and the ways of the Greeks. Because when you look, and it's coming February, if we're here that long, February, Valentine's Day, they would force people to get together and be couples. And that's why in school now, and with the tradition of the holiday, of that holiday, that which is not holy, that holiday, you would ask somebody to be my Valentine. They say, be my Valentine. You got to look into that. What does that mean? That basically means like you're trying to hit it. You're trying to have some sort of sexual relation. Okay? So the Lord said that we, you know, here in Matthew 10 and 22, He says we're going to be hated of all men for His name's sake. You see what I'm saying? So there's we're in a time, and we're about to be in a place where, I mean, we're already in it. We're already in this, where we're hated because we're speaking the words of Yahweh Shai and not the words of Jesus. See, Jesus is the white man's religion, whereas, you know, all's forgiven, you can do whatever you want, because they hate the truth. But Yahweh Shai, when you read the scriptures, He's telling you there's so much being that He's speaking and is being taught that's not being taught by your religions. Okay? By your Christians, your Catholics, your apologists. And then within that, they have all these different little sects. Lutherans, Presbyterians, I don't know what the hell else. They got all these different things. Did I say Lutherans? Probably. Seven-Day Adventist. They have all this stuff, man. Okay? So it's just madness. It's just madness. Okay, but hate is something is necessary in the world. Because love wouldn't exist without hate, man. How can you just have? Because if there was no hate in the world, love itself as a concept wouldn't exist, because it'd be like, well, there's no balance here, man. If you're just constantly doing everything with that mindset and understanding of what you believe, is love is, if everyone's just showing love, love, love all the time, well, there's no balance, and therefore it is no longer love. That is just normal. That's the normalcy. So that would just be the way that life is. Okay, this is Luke 16:13. No servant can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will not, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. He cannot serve the Most High and mammon, okay, or money. So you can't serve two masters. You're either going to serve the Most High, okay, or you're going to go serve money, basically. Because that's what people do. You got to remember, 1/3 of our entire day, 5 days a week, 5 out of 7 days in the week, 1/3 of our time, and it's actually a little bit more than that, is dedicated to the pursuit of a paycheck. You're there for 8 hours, but it might take you, you might be awake 2 hours before you got to go, because you got to commute, you got to get ready, blah, blah, blah. And then once you leave, if you don't have to do overtime, you got to commute back. You see what I'm saying? So 1/3, or even over 1/3 of your time, 5 out of 7 days a week, is in the pursuit of a paycheck. Now, you either enjoy that or you despise it. You see, you either love it or hate it. Me personally, I hate that shit, man. I hate having to wake up for a paycheck and go do some shit that I don't want to do, But in that, I can be as picky as I want to. I can be as picky with the type of labor that I'm gonna do, or the job, or the customer, a level of customer service that I want to commit to doing. I can pick my form of slavery, so to speak. Okay, there is a little bit of liberty in that. And it's funny because you go to certain jobs and you see people like, man, I hate this job. Da, da, da. It's like, dude, no one's forcing you to stay here. Go find a better job, man. I can't, I can't. All right, man, well then shut up, I don't want to hear it. But believe you me, I'll be gone in a couple weeks to a couple months, on to the next one, So anyway, hate is all throughout the scriptures, and there's nothing wrong with it, man. These people that have become transsexuals, they've hated what they were born as. They despised it. And now they're going to go pursue their happiness as the opposite sex. You see? So really, is there a thing as hate speech, man? Was really bothering people, okay, the reason I say what's bothering people is because the majority of people in the world are wicked, man. There's more people that are wicked and enjoy being wicked than those who are trying to pursue actual righteousness, man. Okay? So if you don't hate evil, man, hey, the Most High hates you. So look at that conundrum, So here it is, you have YouTube and, deleting a lot of videos, which is exactly, it was the goal from day one, to flood that bitch, and now it's getting flooded, man. So they're using algorithms, and they're probably using, notice Great Millstone is the standard. All these other camps, they put their acronym in front of their camp pages now, right? You see, GMS, Houston, Boston, now you have IUIC, Houston, Boston. Like, why do they do that, man? Why are they following our formula? Why don't they do their own thing? You see? That's another thing. YouTube is saturated with a lack of what do you call it? Innovation and creativity, man. There's a lack of creativity. But anyway, YouTube is flooded, man. You know, it's got a lot of videos. It's got a new policy, so it's going through. It's hiring people. They're watching videos that have been reported and flagged, and they're looking to see if these reports fit and stick. And who knows what level they're really going to. They probably have a quota to delete X amount of videos in this genre, that genre, and everything in between. You know, I don't be surprised. That's how these people move and operate, man. So is that not hating on and YouTube started as a free medium for people to post things. It's called YouTube. You televise it. You record it, you put it up, you televise it. Okay? It used to be like a mom and pop shop. Okay? Well, now the big corporations got it, man. And they're going to use it to their will. Okay? They bought the household name and logo, but the recipe's not the same. The food doesn't taste the same. Okay? John 7:7, the world cannot hate you, but it hateth me, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. You see? Everything that we're experiencing and going through is really the world is hating us. And then they say, oh, well, you're reverse hating. Shut the fuck up, man. You're tripping. This world has gotten weak, and the scriptures tell you that. Look how much more, men shall be weaker through age. As time goes on, men, people, the world has gotten weaker. Standards have slipped. Okay? Standards have slipped, man. Even the Green Berets they no longer they've let their standards slip for the Green Berets, man. And if it's for the Green Berets, it's for everyone else too. Especially in the army, you got women in there, and they can't even meet the deadlines that the male soldiers have to meet. So they're given more time. Now, how is that equality? Isn't that loving one and despising the other? Like, oh well, we hate, because at first women had to do the same times as men. And that's a life and death situation, man, that they're put in. You're in the military going to fight a war, and you need people there at X amount of time and able to carry out X amount of things. But now all that's got to be stretched and dragged out and accommodated because there's a female with you, man. Get out of here. Okay? Hate, man. Hate is a necessity. Hate is a necessity. In a worldly, carnal perspective, it's something that helps to drive innovation, man. It's fuel for a lot of people. They want to, they hate their competitor, their competition. So they're going to come up with something better to be better than their competitor. So look, man, we're in a time and a place where this word is coming to be into the time of the famine, man. It's coming. All these things are approaching, and we're going to see a lot more panic-stricken Israelites trying to find loopholes in ways around this microchip, because they're going to be without faith, and they're going to be, all these diehard, black-only Israelites, now they're going to, I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be looking for an Edomite concubine, Moabite concubine, so she can get the chip. Now here's the funny thing though, man. How do you know that's a Moabite, man? How do you know that's an Edomite? Maybe the so-called black woman you're with is an Edomite. You ever think about that? See, we're coming down to the time and the nitty-gritty where faith, man, it's all about faith. And we're going to see a lot of faithless motherfuckers out here, man. I pray and I hope that I'm not without the faith. And that's why I'm motivated to keep working, man. Keep doing street speaking, keep doing videos, Keep praying, meditating. Okay? And it's not just doing videos and doing street speaking, but the quality of it, man. Like what's actually being said and delivered. What life is being lived to merit grace and salvation and mercy. You know? So I'm gonna leave it here. I think I went on a little longer than I wanted to, but hate, man. Shalom.